Alright, today we're going to be playing some rank 3s, currently at 1670. This is an educational video, so I'll be explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Hopefully you guys learned something. Let's get right into the video. Alright, first game. 1600s, 1200 another team, kind of sus. Alright, I didn't really explain this, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. So that means basically not trying to 1v3 carry. Also, I forgot to change my my settings so that I have alpha boost on. That's alright. Dang, I wish I could do that in game. Okay, starting out a little rough. This is a not a great clear. I didn't see that guy there. Happens sometimes. Warming up. Awareness is something that highly undervalued, I think, for most players. Just cutting this off, so should have a free ball for team now. It looks a little awkward, so I'm gonna still go back. Sometimes, if your team has like a free clear or something, you can like go forward for a pass or something. But when they're awkward like that, I like to just play more defensive. Not like this. Like I could have just stayed, but didn't really know where the ball's gonna go, so I decided to play a little safer. And my whole playstyle right now is going to be basically focused on not carrying and just trying to play like a team player. Basically like how you want all your teammates to play. That's how I'm going to try to play right now. So I will pass if the opportunity arises. Here I'm going to cover middle. I'm going to play second mid. Look where my teammate is. I don't see him, so that means I'm going to go ahead and go forward. Center out mid. Now we get a goal. So this is what I was talking about with the awareness, right? I'll turn off my camera to see if my teammate's there, because if he is, I don't really want to cut him off, right? But when I see that he's not there, that means I should keep going for the ball. This is a big mistake I see players around low Grand Champ. They make that a lot, where they make a lot of assumptions instead of using their awareness and camera movements to see like where teammates are and make like educated decisions. Instead, they just like make a lot of assumptions. And let's try to pass this mid here. Okay, good challenge by that guy to cut off the mid. That's kind of the downside of playing more team oriented. It's a little riskier. Okay, teammate has. You're covered from the bumperoo. Passes over, but again, they're ready for that. So this is about the rank where you would want to start. It's a little unlucky Goomba. I know that opponent is there quick, so I wanted to go in case he challenged. Teammate wasn't like in a great position like his third man. So if I got challenged, which I didn't really know where he was, didn't want to look. I just knew in general he was on the left. What you'll notice is the playstyle in general is quite safe, you know. You just stay back if you need to. Check where your teammates are. Again, he's pushing up to second, right? So he's gonna be more middle, right? Keep this in. Teammates there still. Nice. Trying the shot. I hear this guy going for a demo. That's why I kind of was looking to challenge, but then I wasn't getting demoed, so all I had to do was wait for his awkward touch. And unfortunately, this is gonna happen. A double commit, and I have to get back quick, and they're just there, right? So that's just gonna happen, and that will be how you lose some games. And the important thing is keeping your mentality high. So keeping strong mentality so that you can play at your best. That's all that you can do, right? All you can do in this game is try to play your best, and try not to be focused too much on what your teammates are doing, right and wrong, basically. So for instance here, I'm just trying to get downfield, right? So that guy's third, right? So anytime you're first man against their third man like that, you really just want to try to get past them, either forward like that or middle. The best thing you can do is just get it past, because if you get past the third man, then it's an open net, right? Okay, going backboard here in case this goes high. Kind of did, but teammate's there. This guy could cut, so I'm kind of covering the the pass basically. Yeah, and this is what's gonna happen in solo queue, right? So Soup is third behind me, right? Like, you can see he's like landing behind me, but he kind of goes forward and he's awkward and he just misses, right? So that's going to happen. And that's the second time Soup has missed. Kind of an easy routine backboard read, which is, that's going to happen at separate ranks, right? So each rank is going to have their own issues, like mechanics that they cannot accomplish smoothly, basically. So it may be, for some, it may be stuff like that, where it's like backboard reads, they struggle backboard reads, or it may be like banging the ball precisely, so like shooting or passing, right? Like these things will have different, every rank's gonna have a little different issues, right? Yeah, Soup's a little awkward here. I'm not trusting him anymore, so I'm gonna go back. And this is something you just have to do if you want to win more games, is adjust to the skill level of your teammates, right? So I'm not gonna assume some of my teammates are gonna play perfectly, but just in that way the opponents aren't gonna play perfectly either, right? Just like how that, you know, opponent just missed, right? Alright, so playing second man, our third man just died, so he's gonna be far back, right? Which means I can be a little more aggressive. However, that also means he's gonna come in for a really nice angle, so that's why I leave that for him, so that he can shoot. Opponent's gonna have, he's gonna have again, so I'm gonna go backboard here. Just challenge the corner here. Really surprised the opponents weren't challenging that earlier, but happens. Shit this to corner, should be safe. Was a little risky, he could have been there, but was just far enough where he didn't have a good shot. I'm just making sure that I don't go until my teammates rotate, right? The last thing you want to do is just go forward when your teammates aren't rotating, which causes no one to be back, which is how like most goals are scored. Just going, blocking a shot here, and that's going to ground the ball, so we go to OT. I like to do safe kickoffs, so basically like making sure I don't super lose. The super lose kickoffs, you know, are really risky. Oh, I did not see him. That was not paying attention. That was almost a goal for them. I'm a little low boost, but try to pass this first guy, make it awkward, and that's a double commit, which means we might get scored on here. Yep. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, I did my best this game, but unfortunately, 2 double commits led to a goal, and a couple whiffs. That's really all it was, right? And that's what you'll learn in these games. Around this GC level, where they're not quite up to SSL level yet, you're going to see a lot more mistakes on defense, more than anything. And then once you get to around SSL level, you'll see a lot more even skill level on defense. And the difference is like who really hits their shots and who really hits their solo plays and you know, hits those demos and whatnot and boost stars. But at this level, it's more about consistency, right? So getting up to like Grand Champ and above, it's really about consistency and making sure that you can hit those simple backboard reads, simple positioning to avoid double commits, right? Simple awareness to not double commit, right? So you just saw both of our teammates double committing, right? And that's what you really want to avoid. So see if we can get in the next game, keep playing simple, and see if our win rate will stay the same, or if we can win a couple more here and maybe get back up to where we started. All right, next game, Utopia Coliseum. Not a bad map at all. Okay, we got a 3-piece on their team. Pretty average ranks on our team. Spooky kickoff. Playing defense here. Teammates like look awkward, right? Anytime your teammates look awkward, you want to play a little more defensive. Good double touch, good follow up. I'm just sitting back playing third. And easy little transition there. Zark just not able to get to that backboard. We saw that in the last game. Backboard reads were quite an issue at this level, so we'll see if that continues. Quick challenge here, just guarding the aerial plays basically. Don't want to leave that open. Here my teammate on my right. I'm gonna go ahead and go for him. Little dangerous position like that, because like if I land there and he's behind me and you know, he decides just to go, it's a little rough in solo queue. Ooh, I should have went for that double. I thought he would have it. All right, I'm gonna rotate out here. Let my teammates do their thing. right? Coming back into third mid position here, which means I'm going to transition into first mid. Good challenge by that guy. Push up here to next guy. His teammate went to third, right? So that means I'm going to be second, aka the guy who follows. Aimless mid. Might as well hunt this guy for a second. I can tell, like, I can't really describe it. Well, you can just tell what's happening on the ball without looking at it if you have enough experience. So I can tell, like, you know, my teammates were just dribbling and whatnot, and we had a perfectly safe play. Unfortunately, my teammate kind of just passed to them and got dunked straight in there. But of course, if you watch the play, Pringle had a free ball, right? So our team had a free ball and decided to own goal, but that's gonna happen. So when I notice stuff like this, so the last 2 games now, basically, my teammates are kind of getting scored on for no reason, right? So when that happens, I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna play even more defensive. Because when your teammates are really sus, you have to play like a rock. You have to play very solid. And basically just make sure that you're not leaving any openings. So I'm going to get back to third. Play more aggressive as third here, because we had an opportunity. Go ahead and tap this down to my teammate. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. Those are hard to do. Okay, this guy's gonna hit around me. Try to get in his way here. Here, just in case Pringle gets bumped, basically. Alright, because if Pringle gets bumped there, then we have no one on the ball. So I'm there just in case. This is something you'll have to start learning at high level, right? Is basically like you have to take into consideration, oh, my teammate could get bumped, basically. Like here, how I'm jumping over a bump, but if I wasn't here, that would be an issue, right? Okay, this is gonna come down. Teammate hits it, which is fine. Probably better. Covering mid. You don't want to leave the mid open, dodge the bump. Still being in a defensive position here. I think that's in. Yeah, nice little transition there from Pringle. Let's see what he does here. Just catches the ball pretty much perfectly and just really good control. That's really surprising considering how the first goal was scored. Okay, 50, which means the ball's probably going to go mid. Take my time here. Pass it over to teammate. I'll let him go. Check where my teammate is. So he wants to go to the back corner, right? So that means I'll push up and play second. Okay. Not able to get to that, so instead I'm just going to grab this boost and play middle. Hit this out mid, so maybe teammate could shoot. Good try. They're definitely there, and that is going to happen. Like I was saying before, like, I think more often than not, mistakes happen on defense more than anything. But as you can see, they still do happen on offense as well. You know, as people miss open nets, right? This is another double commit in the corner, which means I'm last man, right? So I have to dodge the bump. The 2 people kind of going for bumps on me. So I try to get the bump off, but if you dodge a bump, that leaves you open for a shot immediately, and I just couldn't recover quick enough. Something I could work on. My mechanics are a little rusty. Alright, just playing solid third man. Again, dodging the bump here. As you can see, this guy's going for it. Trying to wave dash. Getting bumped again. Just jumping to avoid that. Go ahead and go back here. We need a third. This is a general rule. Oh my. Teammate did not challenge properly. A general rule is you always want someone playing third. If you want to play safe, that's what you do. Is in general, you just always have someone playing third. I'm not going to hit that. I was going to, and in hindsight, I probably should have, just because my teammates were very confused. But I knew I had someone in net, but I guess they weren't really watching the play. They were kind of falling asleep. Good awareness by drops here. This is really nice. So I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about, right? So right now we have a third. That's our guy that's in the back corner, right? Which means I don't have to play third. This guy is trying to take 50. gonna hit the corner. He should go for a double there. Okay, I heard my teammate jump, which is a little sus, but whatever. Ended up working out. What's nuts about this is the way he touched it. He was really like close, but not in control. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was passing to me, I guess, because it did kind of come right to me, so. And notice how I'm kind of just staying in the play if like I'm not rotating. So I'm either like staying in the play or completely rotating. There's a lot of people that sit in awkward positions where they can't really do anything. You want to make sure that you can actually go for the ball or cover someone, like making sure you're actually doing something, right? And if you're in a bad position, then you just rotate out. Rotate into a good position, which sometimes looks like going all the way back to third or just going and grabbing a couple pads while you reposition. So it just, you know, it depends on the play. Alright, next game here. Wild Cherry is pretty good. I haven't really seen him that much around. A couple of people I don't know on my team. One's in the AFK. Okay, good challenge by him. Except my teammate's back. I should have left this for my teammate, but whatever. Simple playing second man here. Wow. I did not expect him to recover. I thought that was super open. Definitely could have slotted that better. Yeah, teammates' positioning is a little Among Us right now. Try to bump that guy, but should be fine. Yeah, like cutting that is really weird. Teammates in net, so it should be fine. Can just take my time and go back. Just rush this quick so that opponents have to give the wall away, right? Basically, I'm trying to avoid giving the opponent like that free solo touch into... Okay, not passing. That's fine. I gotta wait for a bump, but it's a little awkward whenever... If I go for the bump immediately and he passes, then there's just no one ready for the pass, right? So a lot of times it's more consistent to just kind of wait. And if they're not covering the pass like in that position, it's a lot better to wait because it's really easy for your teammate to see that you have a lot of space for the pass, right? Just gonna go quick here. A little dangerous if I don't go quick and they read it. Just pump and rotate. Pretty simple here. Again, you always want someone playing third. I'm gonna leave this ball. I could pinch it, and sometimes I would in like competitive play. Because it's really easy to coordinate that sort of thing. Pretty natural, but... So like here, I don't want to do something awkward for my team. Leave that for my teammates. Trying not to rush this. Really good center out though by, what is that guy's name? Sturm? See, they're really good getting it out and high, and yeah, that makes it really hard to catch up to. That was a great center by him. And yeah, that's, you know, one of the things that are really hard to defend. Just great passes are really hard to defend whenever you're alone on defense. My passes are so effective because if the opponent just has a great pass, there's almost nothing you can do about it. Like if you're in a 1v2 scenario. This is really good. Like I was saying before in the first game, right? If there's a last man, all you gotta do is get past them and it'll usually be a free goal. Okay, teammate could be here. I'm gonna pop this out center. It's not what I wanted. Teammate's gonna go anyway, which is a little weird, considering like how much time we had. And yeah, now we've rushed and yeah, they're just not ready. I'm trying to shoot this with power. Now they're gonna throw the ball away and we have a free shot. Unfortunately, our third man was like way too far forward. We had basically 2 second men, right? That's what you want to avoid. You don't want 2 people in the same position. Sure, you could shoot this. He's getting faked. Okay, nice. Teammate's pushing up to second, right? So if he's second, then I'm third, right? I'm staying back in third man position. Hitting this corner. It's gonna have... We're gonna see where my teammate is. He pushed up to second and then like just sat mid, which is a little weird. You only want to sit mid like if someone's taking like a 50 or they're gonna pass to you mid, right? So in that play, like our teammate was like struggling solo playing basically. So literally no reason to sit middle. You want to kind of cheat behind instead. But maybe he was just cautious of me basically like pushing out and then having 2-second man. Maybe he just wanted to cover a different spot. Pretty simple here. I mean, Walter just had a not a great challenge and basically should have went straight to their net. And very hard to read for two. No? How do you say that name? I don't know. Lose to my teammate. Play that third man. Can I play more aggressive here? See what my teammate does? So he's gonna go. I'm just trying to beat this guy or dunk him. So he hits the ball away, which is really good because it goes to my third, and we're gonna have a really good offensive position here. Just being middle. My teammate's playing really aggressive right in the net. Like if he rotated, I could play like a lot more aggressive, but because he was like the dodge demo here by jumping a little awkwardly. Not a big fan. Teammate like taking my ball. It's a little weird because he was awkward, right? It'd be different if it was like easy for him. He was so awkward that it kind of just messed him up. I just messed everyone up. Teammate's awkward, so I'm gonna go back. The opponents are awkward, so I'm gonna go forward. Take this 50, bump this, try to bump him off. Teammate's awkward, so I'm gonna go back. Opponents have, so I'm gonna go back. Jump over teammate. Playing third. Kind of covering mid here. Yeah, Timo was covering the near mid, so I was just covering like far mid, like if it goes over teammate basically. Covering low mid here. Yeah, teammate on the backboard was not defending properly, so he was like really low. And that's kind of scuffed up the play. Because he was on the backboard, right? So all he needs to do is cover that high like backboard pass and just have a really good challenge. But instead he like went low trying to cover a low net, but we had someone in net, right? That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to cover the same thing. So since someone is in net, you should try to not cover net. You should try to cover something a little different, right? So you could cover like high net, right? Like really fast shots. And in order to do that, the best thing to do is just challenge. Just challenge that kind of a... Well, he's in the air, right? So he's above the net, so just challenge like kind of low on the ball. Make sure it doesn't go straight in your net high at fast speed. Make sure it doesn't go backboard. And that's the easiest thing you can do. That's why a lot of times you see people just saying early challenge on defense. Especially when someone's sitting in net, right? That was 3 games. We went 2 for 1, I think. So not bad for the win rate there, but really we probably could have won the first game if you know, we didn't have those unfortunate couple goals there. You know, then that's going to happen, right? You're going to have your teammates double committing, letting in silly goals, and the important thing is to have the right mentality, right? So if you go in with the right mindset, the mindset that yes, no one's perfect, I'm going to make mistakes, my teammates are going to make mistakes, and just don't get mad when those mistakes happen, it's going to make a big difference. The first thing you should think of is how can I improve? And when you're actually playing, you could think, you know, what do I need to do to help my teammates, right? What's the best thing I can do right now? So just think about staying in the moment, playing your best at that moment, and in the long run, just focus on improving, and, you know, don't worry about all the negative stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something. Have a good day or night. Peace.